Hey there, I'm Brittni Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. I hope you're enjoying your summer. We are about a month into summer over at my house, and we're kind of getting somewhat of a routine. And so it is working. I thought it was going to be hard this year. My daughter is 16, and last year it was kind of a big distraction, but she has her driver's license this year. So she's gone a lot. So I'm finding that I'm having more time than I thought I was going to have. So I hope that you all are getting in the groove and you're really enjoying your summer. So today I'm going to dive into this topic. I kind of joke that I try to bully people into starting a podcast. Not really. I'm not a bully, but I have loved podcasting, and it's been so much easier than I thought it was going to be. And I have just really enjoyed doing it. Maybe I love to talk. I do love to talk. So that's probably a big part of it. But I am going to talk about today podcasting and why you should start your own. So have you ever thought, should I start a podcast? Well, the answer is yes. I mean, that's my opinion, right? But stick around because I'm about to break down why now is literally the best time to grab a mic and hit record. So why is podcasting the right thing to do right now? Well, people consume content in all sorts of ways these days. We scroll, we swipe, we double tap, but more than ever, we listen. Podcasts are booming because they're personal, they're portable, and they're powerful. Whether you are, you're commuting, you're in your car all the time, folding laundry, or just pretending to work, podcasts are there. And it's a great way to consume content. I'm always looking for something to listen to or to get entertainment or just pass the time or information, whatever it may be. But beyond convenience, podcasting is one of the most dynamic tools for sharing your ideas, marketing your business, building authority, networking, and just connecting with your audience all around the world. So it's like your own little radio show, but without the studio, the gatekeepers, or the weird elevator music. It's awesome. And I have loved doing podcasting. So let's talk about, this is actually the main, if I'm being in all honesty, the main reason I started a podcast was for networking. So it's a good tool to grow your network. One of the best benefits of podcasting is networking. It helps your business. It helps you grow your brand, but it also gets you in rooms you didn't even know existed. And here's how podcasting can boost your connections. So guest appearances. You can invite amazing people in your industry, pick their brains, share their genius, and just tap into their audience. I have loved this part of it because somebody once said to me, anybody will be on a podcast. Everybody loves to talk about what they're doing and themselves. And so it's been really awesome. I have had some incredible people on my podcast. I've loved to hear people's stories. I always say that I'm a gatherer of people. I love to hear people's stories. And so it's been really great. I'll go to some event and I meet somebody and I'll say, oh, I'd love to have you on my podcast. And then I really get to know them. And it's been an incredible way to meet people and to grow my network. Okay, the next one is collaboration. Team up with other podcasters, do some cross-promoting or co-create or build something even bigger. So find opportunities. There's a lot of times where I will reach out to somebody and we'll do a podcast swap. Hey, have me on your podcast, I'll have you on mine. And we're just cross-marketing. So I love that. So, and if you're thinking, well, I don't know anyone yet. Well, guess what? Having a podcast makes it 10 times easier to get somebody to start to have a conversation with you. And it's not cold pitching. It's a warm invite to just share your story and to share the mic. And I have loved that part of it. I would say that's my number one reason why I started a podcast, and I've really enjoyed it and I've loved to do it. So, okay, let's talk audience growth and strategy. this is the juicy stuff, right? But podcasting isn't just talking into the void, but it's building a loyal, engaged community. Here's the catch. You have to be intentional. So here's your game plan: consistency. Drop episodes on a schedule. I drop mine every single week, and I like to batch. So I will do a bunch of podcasts so they're ready to go, and mine come out weekly. And I'm trying to think how many episodes I have released. It's been quite a few. I mean, over 150. I might even be over 200. But I've been doing it for a couple years, more than a couple years. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've consistently showed up. So the next one is engagement. Shout out your listeners, ask questions, reply to their DMs. People stay where they feel seen. So I think sometimes it's hard because, and this has happened to me before, where people will say, oh, I was listening to your podcast and I heard this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forget that people listen to my podcast. I mean, I know that they do, obviously, but sometimes I'm surprised at the people that are actually listening to it. So I love that. Okay. The next part of the strategy is promotion. Use your social media, your email list, your Instagram, whatever it may be, but promote every episode like it is a new album being dropped. But you want to promote it and get people to listen to your podcast, right? And then the next one, and this is kind of boring, and we're going to dive a little deeper into it, but I'm currently geeking out over SEO. So SEO, yes, podcasting helps with search rankings. More on that next, but first, make sure your titles, your descriptions are keyword rich and juicy. There's lots of ways that this can improve your SEO. So let's talk about SEO. So I know it sounds scary, but stay with me here. But because podcasting isn't just good for your voice, it's really good for your visibility. And this is how podcasting can boost your search engine. The first one is the backlink. So guests and collaborators often link back to your episode, which tells Google that you're kind of a big deal. And it really helps. Also, the backlinks that you get is, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this too, but when you are hosting it and you send your podcast to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, those are big websites and they will backlink you, and that helps too and improve your SEO. So another thing, and this is what I love too, this is my jam, but content repurposing. So transcribe your episodes and make sure that you're putting them on your website as like a blog. And now you've got searchable, indexable content. So just make sure that when you're doing a podcast, you're not just putting the audio, but you want to transcribe it. And there's tons of programs out there, AI programs that will do it for you for free. I use Dropbox. Now I pay for Dropbox as my online storage, but it has AI in it. And that's where we transcribe my podcast. It'll take the audio and transcribe it. So, but there's a lot of different tools. So the next one is keyword optimization. Add relevant keywords to your episode titles, descriptions, and show notes. Make sure that you are paying attention and you are putting in the things that people are searching for. And then engagement metrics. So high downloads, listens, and shares tell the algorithm, hey, this is good content and it matters, and it's going to push out your information on Google. So a little pro tip is make detailed show notes, include timestamps if you want, summaries, any links. Not only does this help the listeners, but it really does help your SEO. So make sure that when you're doing something, you know how to do it properly and effectively. So let's talk gear. Now, one of the things I love about podcasts, now I don't do video. I need to. It's every year I'm like, I'm going to do video this year. And then every year I don't. But I just do the audio, and it's fairly inexpensive. It does not cost a lot. And I'm going to kind of break it down to doing some of the techie stuff. So I know it can be intimidating, but starting a podcast, it doesn't mean dropping thousands on a home studio. You can do it anywhere. I'm in my office right now, and my daughter's in the other room, and my shoes are on the floor, and all the things. But here's the lowdown on what you actually need to sound professional. You do want to sound professional. So a microphone, so a USB mic like a Blue Yeti, that's what I use, or an Audio Technica. These are both budget friendly and they sound really great. And I've linked them in my Amazon. I have a link, I'll put it in the show notes of all my equipment so you can see the equipment that I use. The next one is headphones. Plug them into your mic. You don't want to use Bluetooth. So you don't want to use your AirPods. You want to do something that plugs in. And this helps you to monitor audio and catch weird sounds before they ruin a really great recording. So headphones for sure. And I just use like little cheap dinky ones. I know that people can have some pretty expensive ones, but mine I think were like maybe $10 or $15, super cheap. Okay, a pop filter, and that's the little screen that catches your P's and B's from punching people's eardrums. It's that sound. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it is. And it's cheap and effective, and you want to have it. It's for sure will help you with the good sound. And I think in my Amazon storefront, I've linked, because I have like it hooks onto my desk. It's like an arm. And so then it's movable. And the little pop filter comes with the arm. And I want to say it was like under $50. So it's super great. Okay. The next one is recording software. The free versions, if you have Apple like me, you have a MacBook, I have a MacBook Pro, anything with Mac, GarageBand is free for Mac. And then if you don't, if you're a PC user, you can use Audacity. Those are both free. And then I use Zoom for interviews, but you can also use Adobe Audition if you're feeling kind of fancy. I just use my Zoom when I record. And then when you set it up, so you're just, even though I record the video, I just use the audio and it separates it in Zoom. So the next one is just a computer. Just make sure it can handle your recording and editing software without, like crashing at any time. But again, I just use my MacBook Pro. I can take it anywhere. I can do a podcast on vacation if I wanted to. It's like low budget. You can start it with just little, just a little bit of equipment. It's not hard. As far as editing goes, you can edit in Audacity and GarageBand. I have an editor. Big shout out to my editor, James. If you are looking for an amazing editor who is just fabulous and so professional and helps you, send me a DM, send me a message, and I will for sure give you his information because he's amazing. Okay. So where do your episodes live? After you've recorded, where do they live? So once you've got a few episodes recorded, I like to batch. So even before I launched, I think I had like 4 or 5 already recorded. So I was like ready to go. But once you have those podcasts recorded, you need to choose a podcasting hosting platform. So think of it like the Airbnb for your audio files. It hosts them, but then it sends them to directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, it sends it to a bunch of different ones, right? So here are a few hosting favorites that I have seen, like either my clients or I use Buzzsprout, super user-friendly, great support, great analytics. Libsyn, that is what I use. It's a classic, reliable, and it's widely respected. Podbean, unlimited storage and bandwidth. It's awesome. Anchor by Spotify. It's free, simple, and great for beginners. Kajabi. So I use Kajabi for my online courses. And I have a lot of clients who've used Kajabi to host their podcast. So if you're already on the platform, it's nice, but don't expect all the really good analytics you'll find in other places because Kajabi is specifically designed for online courses. So it doesn't like specialize in podcasting. And I always say, like whatever they specialize in, they're going to be the best at. So in my opinion, Kajabi is the best for online courses, but podcasting. But again, if you just want a one-stop shop, and you have Kajabi, for sure use it. So the next thing I want to talk about is staying organized. This is my love language. I love organization automation systems. So you want to make sure that you're organized. Trust me, the future you will thank you when you are not like scrambling around looking for an episode or trying to remember what you named a certain episode, right? So here's what to track. You want to track the episode number and title, the date you want it published, the guest info, meaning their bio, their socials, their contact information, anything that people need to know about your guest. And then status, is it recorded, edited, scheduled, and published? And any notes or links that were mentioned. It's just a good place. So this is, if you have followed me for a while, I love like Airtable. I think it's the most visual. I think it's customizable. It's just there's automation. It's just a great program to use, and you can use the free version. You can also use Google Sheets or Excel. And then there's like Trello or Asana. If you have a team and it's like a project management, you can use that for sure. So there you have it. all of the reasons why you should start a podcast, how to make it happen, and what you will need to sound like a total pro from day one. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Your audience is out there. Your voice matters. And trust me, the world needs your take on whatever it is you're passionate about, whether it's business, books, baking, or even like girl drama, whatever it may be. Start a podcast, hit record, hit publish, and just like let the magic happen. You will not regret it. And it is not a ton of work. It really is minimal work. So again, I will link all my equipment in the show notes so you can start there. I hope you found this helpful. And until next time, keep showing up, keep sharing your voice, and keep doing the things that you do. I will see you all next time. Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.